Good morning, MJ darling. It is Monday, September 1st, and I am watching your vlog number 14. And I'm only about 3.5 minutes into it, and I just wanted to pause you real quick so that I could touch upon something. Um, this emotional roller coaster that you're on, you're not crazy, first of all. Think about what you're going through, but I know you're very logical, so I don't need to sit here and point out logic. Um, what's logical and rational and how you're feeling are sometimes two completely different things, and you're doing the right thing. If you continue to put rational, logical thoughts in the forefront of your mind, your emotions will follow. And so just keep doing what you're doing. And thank you for venting and sharing. But something that you're talking about where you're saying you're really up and high 1 minute and then down low the next minute, I don't think you're manic, nor do I think you're bipolar. Um, to me, it's ringing a bell and it's reminiscent of something that I have trouble dealing with, that I thought I would just like offer the information and you digest it any way you see fit. And maybe I'm way off base, but I just figured I'd put it out there in an effort that maybe it could be what you're going through. Um, I have an all or nothing mentality, and sometimes it can be that extreme, all or nothing. Either I love it or I hate it. Either it's terrific or it's the worst thing that could possibly happen. And there's obviously different levels of extremes. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out, that all or nothing mentality really goes hand in hand with eating disorders. And we've talked in length about this before, and you restrict, and then you give up, you fall off the wagon, whatever you want to call it. An occasion happens that you're not following this restriction plan that you've implemented, and it affects you in extreme ways. And it is an all or nothing mentality that accompanies especially binge eating. Either you're perfect all the time, or you've screwed up and now you're the most horrible person on the planet. And at those moments when you're feeling so down, the scale is not your friend. I don't care if the scale even goes down, it's still not your friend. That's where you have to separate the rational, logical side from the emotional side. That's where you need to heal yourself and just take a moment to reflect and forgive yourself and be kind to yourself, because there's nobody out there in this world that's going to give you a hard time for grazing at that party and enjoying yourself and treating yourself to things that you had completely restricted, and then only to put on a few pounds in water weight. There is not one person in this world who's going to give you a hard time about that but you. And I want you to remember that every time you're being so hard on yourself, that if you had a conversation with a friend of yours and you told them what you did, do you think they would come back and say to you half of the negative things you say to yourself? So that's what I mean when I say be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself just like you would talk to a friend. And I'll tell you, it's easier said than done. I don't mean to sound like I'm up on some soapbox and I got this all figured out. I get laid out game plans by my therapist, and it's my job to implement them into my life. And I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not perfect. I understand the mechanics of it, and I can certainly look at a situation, especially somebody else, and say, oh, okay, this is that, da da da, whatever. But when it's you living it, that's apples and oranges. So that's why I'm just kind of throwing that out there, just food for thought. And I'm going to pause and go back to watching your video. I just wanted to express that while it was on my mind. So I'll be back. Okay, bravo in getting rid of the scale. Just watch that part. Bravo. Scale is not your friend. Put it away. All right, hold on. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. First of all, I don't feel that weight loss surgery is for everybody. So let me do that disclaimer real quick. Nor do I feel it's the easy way out, nor do I feel like it's a fix-all. I am so sorry that you are feeling the way you're feeling. It is normal, but it doesn't make it any easier to know that majority of us out there have gone through that. Anyway, you felt the need to, explain yourself with the weight loss surgery, and this is your decision. You don't owe anybody an explanation except for yourself. If you understand the mechanics of obesity and you understand that once you have gotten your metabolism accustomed to being obese or super morbidly obese, it only takes about 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day to maintain 300 plus pounds. I know that blows your mind, but that's the facts. And once you are that obese, that is what your body expects. And when you go through extreme weight loss, your body thinks it's in starvation mode. It wants to go back to that obese weight. That's why yo-yo dieting, people not only put all the weight back on, but tend to put more on because their body thinks it's fighting for its life. You have a 2% chance of losing your weight and maintaining for the rest of your life without weight loss surgery. With Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, I don't know the exact number, but I think it's 70%, somewhere around 70% chances of being a weight loss surgery success and maintaining. So you do the math, sweetie. I think if you've gotten this far, I think you're comfortable with your decision. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this video because I really don't know how long I've been talking. I just have like another minute on your video. But I love you, MJ. You've been so supportive to me, and I'm here for you, kiddo, anytime.